Hey everybody, it's Jeremy, the co-host of the RV Family Travel Atlas podcast, and I wanted to give you a quick review of the Coleman Kerosene Lantern. It's a 700 lumen lantern, and it's another option in the Coleman lantern line when you're looking at kind of their pressurized lanterns, their old school lanterns that run on gas or propane as opposed to batteries. Now, I already did a full unboxing of the dual fuel lantern, and I showed you how to pre-light the mantles and get the whole thing set up. So if you don't know how to do that, you want to go back and look at that, and you can apply all those things to this. But this is another really nice option. A lot of people love these kerosene lanterns, and in fact, people that really get into lanterns tend to prefer the kerosene, I think for two reasons. One, they say they last longer, and that the Coleman white fuel or the camp fuel that you use on the other lantern I unboxed can eventually kind of muck up the system and need cleaning and maintenance, where the kerosene burns very clean and these things will just go forever and forever and forever. And also a lot of people prefer kerosene because it's cheaper. And then actually there's a third reason. A lot of people say that kerosene is safer to have in storage in your garage than unleaded or the Coleman camp fuel or the white fuel. So I wanted to show you how to light one of these kerosene lanterns, because it actually involves an additional step than what the dual fuel lantern requires. So setup is basically the same. You're going to pre-burn the mantle like I showed you in the last video. You're going to assemble it. But then there's this additional step, which, I mean, I don't mind doing it all, but some people might not want to do it. But I thought I'd show you what it is, because these are beautiful, long-lasting pieces of camping equipment that you could give to your kids one day. So the extra step with these kerosene lanterns is that you have to get denatured alcohol or a product like this heat product, and you have to put it into this little bottle which comes with the lantern, and then you need to put it into this little kind of bowl or dish inside the lantern, and then you need to light that to preheat the lantern, and then from there you just open up the kerosene, which you need to pressurize first. So let's pressurize this thing just like we would do with the dual fuel. Okay, you're going to turn this one full turn. You're going to put your thumb over the hole, and you're going to give it about 35 pumps. Everybody ready? Count with me, or don't. That was 10. 20. 30. I think they actually say 35. Alright, so just like the dual fuel, this thing is pressurized. Okay, keep your thumb on it, twist it closed. But now you have this additional step here. You got to put this thing through the little hole here, get it up near the little dish, and you got to squirt in that denatured alcohol. Depends on how warm it is out. If it's warm out, people say just fill it halfway. If it's cold out, they say to fill it all the way. It's pretty cold here in New Jersey right now, so I just filled that all the way. Then you're going to want to take a long match, and you're going to want to light it. Captain Obvious there. Sometimes I got to move this thing over here. These matches are so long. I want to put that long match in there. Get the box out of the way. And you're going to want to light that denatured alcohol, which I just did. And that's warming this bad boy up so that you can light it. Now they say to let it burn until it's just about burned out, and then you're just going to turn the lantern on, and your 700 lumen lantern is going to turn on really nice. And what I'll do this time, I'll wait a second, I'll let this burn off a little bit so it's close to the end. I'm going to turn this on, I'm going to walk away, and I'm going to shut off the light, and I want you to see how bright this 700 lumen lantern is. The propane ones in the Coleman line are 1500 lumens. They're really awesomely bright. They're also loud, and then you got to deal with disposing of those propane bottles. So a lot of people really prefer these pressurized ones where you're just getting the kerosene here, and this is kerosene, which I had already put in, or the Coleman white gas. And the kerosene is cheaper than the Coleman white gas. I mean, this is and it's cheaper than the propane. So this is the cheapest way to go. All right, now this thing is coming, it's still got a little bit left. I'll let it burn down one more second before I light it. Again, I'm Jeremy. I'm the co-host of the RV Family Travel Atlas podcast. I wanted to give you a look at the 3 different types of old-fashioned Coleman camping lanterns. I already did the unbox of the dual fuel. You can check that out in the previous video on the YouTube channel. And now this is the kerosene, and then hopefully I'll do a little review of the Coleman propane lanterns. They're all really cool. They all have pros and cons. I think this is the best looking. I love this green lantern. It's just like a classy, traditional camping color. This is something I hope to have for years, maybe give to my kids one day. I don't want to keep you waiting, and it looks like I'm about burned out there. So now I'm going to just open this up, and I'm going to light up my lantern. Yep. The Zog creates light. Right? It's a beautiful piece of camping equipment, and it really is built to last for generations. All right, let me move the fuel away from it. Probably not a good idea to have that around. And they give off some nice warmth, and the light is really beautiful. So much nicer than a battery-powered LED, in my humble opinion. Now, as promised, I'm just going to set this thing up here. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to shut off all the lights in my backyard, and I want you to see how bright this is and how nice this lights things up. 360 degrees all get around it. Again, Jeremy from the RV Family Travel Atlas podcast. Thank you for joining me on this. We'll see you soon.